Hey everyone, I'm Maria and you are watching MoveOn. This is a storytelling podcast where I invite people like myself and we are talking about basically how does it feel to be a foreigner. And today I'm really curious about the experience of this guy. And in my studio today, Joseph from Zimbabwe. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad you pronounced it correctly.
How you can else to...
I don't know. People are just like, people are weird out there, you know. But,
Tell me more about that.
Like brownie points for you. Brownie points for you. I feel like I can notice your hand gestures and I can notice you're nervous.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm like really into like neuroscience and psychology as well. It's like these
are
are
you
kind
a psychologist?
No. I am a psychologist actually because the professor was teaching because I did like an introduction to psychology under the University of Toronto, and the professor in the last class he said you can officially consider yourself as a psychologist. So I would say I am. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Don't trust Joe. But I enjoyed the course. I think we don't realize how crazy our mind works in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you take time to actually like delve into, the functions of the brain, for example, it definitely enlightens you. Those water.
Sorry, are you comparing psychology to a scuba diving?
No. I'm comparing. Oh my gosh, no. And I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. I feel like you want to cry right now.
It's a really touchy speech, yeah.
Great. I'm done.
So she forced you to sell to your parents and then she said, calm down.
Right? Like, what kind of sisters?
Sisters.
Oh my goodness.
Sisterhood.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was born and raised in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Not a surprise, but have you ever been there?
No, I've always wanted to go there. Russia and Ukraine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, good places to visit. Absolutely recommend. For a long time, I never saw in my life a black guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you imagine? What is your background?
My background.
Did you see white people before?
Yeah.
Okay, lucky you.
That's crazy because, when I came, I had never been to Europe. I had never left Africa before I came to Poland. Mm-hmm. And when I came here, it was one of those, I think it was like, not necessarily culture shock, but it was surprising to me that people looked at me weird. And for me, I was like, I'm used to seeing white people. Like, it's pretty diverse. I'd say, like, even for a developing country, we had, like, people like Indians, I don't know, Pakistanis, like, British people, white people, brown, all colors of the skin. And it's like, for me, I was so used to it that coming here, it was like, okay, it's just a different environment, but it's just like the same people, right? Or just like different people, but I'm used to this kind of environment. And then like noticing so many people who just like stare at me. Like initially I was like, I don't know, maybe it's just like how they are. And then I noticed it kept on happening. It's like, do I always have like shit on my face? Like, what is it? It actually took me like at least 2 weeks to see another black person. I can pause there.
Okay.
I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I love you. I don't even know you, but I love you. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, but like,
so you feel exotic here?
Yeah, I think less and less as the years go, because there's more like non-white people coming in. Like, in regards to like studies or just like, traveling and all of that. But there's definitely more diverse places that I've been to that, sometimes it's a matter of comparison. Like I could be in Germany, because it's more diverse. Like you literally have Turks, you have Spanish people, like literally people from all over. Yeah, exactly.
And Germany itself,
Yeah, but it's definitely getting like more and more diverse here. I think also influences from Germany itself and just the fact that it's pretty affordable to live here. So like more people are
consider it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I love Poznan. It's really, really international. I came here like 4.5 years ago. Okay. And it was already quite diverse, but now it's more right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And students, every time there are a lot of students over there. Yeah. You are a student itself. And it's really cool. I feel really comfortable here. I cannot speak for the whole Poland.
Sure.
But Poznan itself is great for foreigners.
Yeah, definitely. I've actually been to like you probably don't even know this place, Puławy.
Is it a city?
I don't know. It's like a small town, small city. It's in the east of Poland, and I had to go there, like, because I had a project that I was applying for funding for from like startups, EU startups and thing. And the organization that I had to like pitch the idea to, their main campus or office is in Puławy. So I had to go there. I could have sworn I was the only black person in like the whole like town or city or whatever it is. But surprisingly, like, well, it was pretty peaceful also because I was living like not in the center where things were taking place.
Okay.
But I didn't feel any sort of discrimination.
Okay.
I think it's also like my outlook on life. I'm just like, I live my own life. I don't really care what other people think. I'm just like unbothered. And yeah, that definitely saves me a lot of trouble. Also, not understanding Polish.
Yes, I can understand.
Good and bad sides. But when you don't understand what people say, exactly. It's like words flying at your face. Doesn't make sense.
But you are studying here, so it's in English?
In English,
okay.
Yeah.
Fancy boy. Studying English.
Trochę mówię po polsku.
Okay.
Something.
When you need, you speak.
Exactly.
But yes, I definitely see sometimes the benefits that I do not understand. So
yeah. Really paid much attention to. It was also obviously like
probably
someone flipping the middle finger, was saying something. Like the one time that I really remember, I was actually wearing my headphones and I was waiting for the bus, like heading back home. And this guy was cycling. He just cycled past me, and we made eye contact, and he like made a frown, like he frowned at me, and he shouted something, and I could hear he said something through my headphones, but I didn't understand. See, when it comes in handy, but it was clear because even I looked around and the other people were just like looking at me like, why would he say that, Okay. So I just like, yeah, whatever. Right.
Even though I never faced like aggression into my face.
Yeah.
But my friends used to have some problems. Okay. But generally those are drunk people,
Yeah, typical. Yeah.
From
but everywhere.
From sober people here, I don't know, never faced any direct issue, like problems.
Like discrimination or anything, right. But is it the same? Because I've heard, like in Poland, they're not very like Ukrainian friend. Oh, like it's not very friendly, or they're not really friendly towards like Ukrainians. I don't know. There seems to be some sort of like rivalry. Is it the same with like Russians here?
There are very few of us here.
Okay.
So I know a very few Russians who moved.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to the amount of Ukrainians or people from Belarus, so from the east. So for Polish people, all of us from like USSR countries, we're just Eastern people. That's it. So it's like one label for all.
For all, okay.
So there is no division between us, just Slavic.
Like one size fits all. Yeah.
Yes.
I see.
So yeah, I prefer sometimes not to use Russian language, just to not
provoke or anything. Right.
I'm trying to play safe. Maybe I shouldn't, but
like it's kind of like you want to play safe, but also like should you have to play safe?
I mean, I do understand them. Maybe that as a person who would like to live in their country, I would have to study their language and like forget about mine. So I see the reason, play safe. So for me, it makes sense. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. Like I think there's like two sides to it. Not that I want to provoke them or anything, but I shouldn't feel like
ashamed.
Ashamed or afraid to even go. There's moments where, like especially my first year here, I came in like 2017. Yeah, and there were moments where I don't want to go out during the day, because I was just like I don't want to be looked at. So why should I have to go through that? It's like walking in the street. It's like, really. But it's also like I respect the fact that this is their home And I'm at least gonna try to like throw him off before school, right? But, like, I don't know, speak a little, or try to integrate with the people here, not to just be like in my own world and like live my own life, but it's like kind of give and take on both sides. It's a two-way thing, or at least for like the Poles and myself, the international people. Yeah,
well put. Yes, so there should be a balance.
Exactly.
And speaking about my experience and speaking about you being exotic,
Did you just call me exotic?
Yeah.
I'm blushing. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna sleep tonight. No. I'm joking.
You're probably too wise. No. Okay, too many compliments.
I'm
too many compliments.
I'm on cloud 9 right now. I can't take this.
You're too intelligent.
I'm just gonna leave.
I'm joking.
No.
And why did you choose Europe? You said your siblings are staying there.
Yeah.
Why did you choose this place?
So initially, I wanted to go to... Well, I actually applied to a lot of places, like University of Tasmania, New Zealand, Canada. But I really wanted to go to Budapest because I had a few of my high school friends who had gone to study there. So I applied... Yeah, I got accepted to university. And then when I applied for my visa, they denied me a visa. And... honestly, I felt like I would have been mad, but that was like one of the first times where I felt really at peace, even though I was disappointed. And I feel like that really changed my outlook on life for the rest of my life. I feel like this is way too philosophical, like all that I'm saying is just too... No, but anyway.
I mean, come on, yeah.
Yeah, after Budapest, my second option in Europe was Estonia. I really wanted to go there because like it's pretty digitally advanced and stuff. And like not so many people know about it. See? Exhibit A. But yeah, they asked me to write an English exam, but the results came out after the application deadline. So they told me I had to wait another year to apply again.
Whoa.
I was not gonna wait another year.
Whoa.
And then, I just kept on looking for like a program I'd want to do. And University of Economics in Poznan showed up. I applied. A few weeks later, they accepted me. And then I just told my parents, okay, going to Poland. Now, like 3.5 years later, I'm still here.
That's really cool. That's because Poland for me also wasn't first plan.
Right. I feel like a lot of people, even Polish people, like, yeah, even for me, it wasn't the first plan, although I'm Polish. No, I'm joking. But yeah, like a lot of cases, even like for Erasmus students, a lot of them, they don't have Poland as a first choice.
Okay.
It kind of makes you like wonder, like, what is it like?
It's not very known region. There's nothing like, I don't know, Italian pizza or
it's like Polish
romantic
pierogi.
Paris, I don't know. Yeah, this is
like
pierogies and vodka, yeah.
Potatoes are good. The pierogi are...
Do you like cuisine or something? Like, do you like the cuisine?
Like Polish cuisine? I have...
You're fine.
You
cook yourself.
Yeah, I just cook myself, Yeah, exactly. I haven't had that much, actually. I've only had pierogi. I've never had, like, those, like, borscht. Maybe I've had it, but I can't. I didn't know it was borscht.
Okay.
Like, the duck soup, like, they have duck blood.
Yes, on the previous podcast we were talking about it, and I couldn't. No, I couldn't. It's just...
No. I think this is why they're not so known. I think they're well known for the wrong reasons. The duck soup, the duck blood soup. Yeah.
But as long as I'm living here, I'm convincing myself that actually that's a good place to live. And that's why I'm still here. I'm like, I compare it to other places and I'm like, no, that's cool.
Yeah, like other places are worse off. Like honestly, even for me, like I'd rather be, let's clarify this. Yeah. I'd rather be home because of like family and like nature and it's like the environment itself. But when it comes to building a profession, it doesn't make sense for me to go home because there's high like unemployment rate. It's so unstable economically and politically that it just doesn't make sense. Not that Poland is the most stable, They are better economies, but Poland is actually, it's pretty, especially with employment. I think it's like 2% unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the whole country or something. I don't know. It's probably changed because of coronavirus, but yeah, it's sort of like a safe bet. And I feel like for me, it's like experimental grounds because it's pretty affordable here. You can like start a business, fail, and you don't really lose much.
Yeah,
but you gain a lot of
taxes are
experience.
acceptable. Yes.
Yeah.
And many people from other part of the Europe coming here for lower taxes.
Exactly.
Taxes kills everything, and that's also why people choose this place.
Like
that's the name, bungee jump. Yeah. And the girl misunderstood the instruction, and instead of like something, she heard like go or something, and she went, and she wasn't, and she died. It's a short story of what happened.
What?
It's like you were talking about another person, like absolutely different.
No, I
like,
I just got mad easily.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, you're leaving your apartment?
Yes, it's yours. Take yourself.
Sure, cool. Very.
And I understand it's really beautiful what you are saying. I absolutely agree with that. Yeah.
Sweet. Did you just compliment me again?
Have you ever been living in any other country for a long time?
Besides Zimbabwe and like partly South Africa, like I never really lived that long there, but like we frequently travel there because like that's the closest place where we have other family. I have 3 siblings and like 2 of them are living in South Africa. Actually, all of them they studied in South Africa, so we would always like sometimes we would like leave home on like a Thursday, come back on Monday morning. Just spend the weekend like in a different country, different environments. It was cool. And like,
is it easy to cross borders there?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No documents, like something.
No, like we're in a trade union.
Ah, okay.
So you don't need a visa or anything. You just get a stamp at the passport. I've been to Qatar. I've been to Norway. I've been to Germany. I've been to Italy. I've been to Serbia. I really liked Serbia. Like Belgrade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just
exotic?
No. Unlike me, no. It's like it's very chill. Like I like how they have like so many courtyards and like these places where you just like socialize and chill and like grab a beer. They have really good beer, but like it's not even Serbian beer, and it's just like it's actually more international than I expected. Like this expat thing. There's quite a lot of them. I actually met this girl from South Africa. Like it was like out of the blue. Like we were just like in this. It was sort of like this Miasto meetup, and then we just like started having a conversation. And she was like, "Oh, I don't know how the conversation came up, but we found out we're like neighbors."
That's so
and
cool.
the kind of to a certain extent, it reminds me of home. Like the way the city is like the city center, it almost looks like home to some extent. Just like how the buildings are like, they're old. Not like, some of them are like beautiful old. Some of them are just like ugly old. And then there's like both, just like a mixture of both, like the ugly and the old and the actual good looking buildings.
So it's just
like this
feeling,
like the
not
feel.
the actual architecture.
No.
It's just like
the
feeling. Okay.
It's
I was wondering, like Zimbabwe looked like Europe in terms of architecture.
No.
So okay,
actually, like Serbia is pretty like damaged because I'm sure you know the war and stuff. And like, because I took like on the road trip, it was actually last year. On the road trip, the other guys came back to Poland from Budapest. I went back to Serbia and then went back to Budapest. But I had to take a bus. So I literally went through like, you seeing like all some of the ruins where like they were bombed. And it's just like, they never even like restored the building. They didn't like finish destroying it. It's just like there. And yeah, it was a unique experience. But I think like there's places that are like, they have a similar vibe in terms of like just like openness and just like chill and the weather. Italy, for example, southern Italy, Greece, and that's it. Actually, that's mostly it. Italy and Greece. I don't know where else is like the closest, or at least that I've been to. But yeah, like just like the open markets, you know, like it was amazing. It was like I'm back home. So it sucked. It really sucked because I think we spent like the whole month on the road trip, the whole month of September, and then we were coming back up to Poland. It was like rainy. So like the further north you go, the more depressing the weather would be. So it was like from wearing shorts, like no shirt, and like flip-flops in the car, and then you start putting layer by layer, like one t-shirt, sweater, socks, shoes. It's just like, okay, back to reality.
Yes. Well, my first ever trip to Europe was exactly like that. Yeah. We went through Latvia, then ferry to Sweden, Stockholm, and from Stockholm to Milan. One flight. In Stockholm, we were like this. It was like spring. In Italy, it was like dresses and etc. Like, you know, like shoes, the flip flops. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god! In one night, it's like hell of a difference.
The transition,
absolutely amazing. Like, love it.
Last year we went on a road trip around Europe, and okay, so we went like through Munich, from Poznan through Munich, like down the coast, Italy, and then took a ferry to Greece. And then we went to an island, and then we went on our way back to Poland. We went through Bulgaria and Romania, and then to Budapest. But like from, Greece to Bulgaria, the border, because Bulgaria is not in the EU, so they expected me to have stamps in my passport. Okay. But I have a carte pobytu, so it allows me to travel around Europe, the EU.
Schengen zone.
Exactly, without having to like give a visa or anything. Yeah, we get to the border, and I gave him like all my ID, like my passport and my ID, like the carte pobytu. And the other guy, so it was like 4 of us. The other 3, they got their stuff stamped and whatever. They took it. And then they took my ID and like passport, and they just like went. It was one guy. He went into his cubicle, and he stayed there for a while. And it was like 10 minutes now. I was just like, okay, everything is correct. Like, they clearly see it's my face on there. He came out and he asked me my name. Like, what is your name? I was like, I was like, okay, maybe they just want to see if I'm not like a person who's jumped, like immigrants, like from Greece, like, you know, coming through Greece from Africa. Okay. But I was like, okay, I have my ID and my passport and like a student ID as well. Like, who would fabricate all of that just to like travel by car? And, you know, and then, yeah, like almost 45 minutes go by, and we're just there. And like more of the other guys, they were coming from their cubicles just to go into the office. And then this one time he came out, and I was like, excuse me. Like, literally, I was this close to him, and he was like walking. I was like, excuse me, 3 times. He did not flinch. He didn't even look my way. He just like kept on walking. I was getting pretty pissed. Okay. And it was one of those things where, okay, if you feel like I've done something wrong, say it to me, and then we talk about it. But it was like, I'm just like hanging. He just left me hanging. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, what? And my parents didn't even know I was on that road trip. So I was like, okay, snap. They probably no one knows, right? Yeah, nobody. Except for my siblings. Okay, so okay. Yeah. But it was really frustrating that like my other friends, they noticed like I was just like about to burst, and it was one of those things where I found it was not necessary to handle it that way on their part, you know. And then we left, and then on the same it was the same day, because we were supposed to sleep in Romania. So we passed Bulgaria, and then the next border, the guy, so like they took the license plate and stuff, and then they'd already notified the other side of the border. And the Romanian guy, he was pretty cool. He was like, oh, Zimbabwe, like referring to me. But he was like this chubby guy. He was all smiles. It was cool. Into the city, I can't remember which city we stayed in Romania, but we had gotten an Airbnb, and then we were walking from the car now. So my 3 other friends, I'm like, okay, I'll say this later. Yes. I've experienced this border thing, right? No, not this. So we just like, we locked the car and they were slightly ahead of me because I literally had to tie my shoelaces. Then when I got up, I just noticed this guy, he passed me, but I didn't think much about it. I was just like, okay, he's walking. Okay. And then I hear him spitting at me, like back at me. And I looked back, I looked at him. I was like, I'm not even in the mood right now. I'm just gonna walk away. God. I kept on walking. This guy starts to follow me. And so I was like slightly behind the other guys. So they didn't know until I told them about it. And then I had to turn like this corner, and then like I went towards like the gate. So we were trying to figure out which address it was, because it was like 2 doors together, and like we're trying to figure out which way. And then there was like this gate you had to go slightly through a passageway to get to the building. And then we got into the gate, and I just like waited, like looking at the door, like to see if he was gonna follow me, right? Like I'm actually concerned about my own safety. And then he passed the gate. He just looked in the gate and he saw me, and he just like kept on walking. I was just like, yo, like how much racism can you take in a day? Like this, it was fresh. Yeah, I've never gotten mad because of people who like, you know, who discriminate and stuff, like at least towards me. Mm-hmm. But in this case, I was furious. Wow. And I remember like I was talking to my other friends, and they were like, oh, just forget about it. It's fine, you know. And I was like, you know, when you say that, it's kind of condoning the racism itself, because it's one of those things where it's like you have a problem, right? And you keep on brushing it. You're like, it's fine. At some point, it's gonna explode. Mm-hmm. And in this case, I was like, okay, if you see someone acting racist towards someone else and you do nothing, you yourself are being racist.
Okay.
Because you see, yeah.
No, I always wanted to have a guidebook how not to be
racist.
Because I know nothing about racism. Now the racism is a really like loud topic. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Please
don't freak out.
Teach me how to not be racist. I don't know. I know what can I tell, what I cannot tell, what is appropriate. Now you're saying that not to say anything is inappropriate.
Yeah. Like, yes. It's like inaction. No, like I mean, to clarify the point, it's like
maybe just to be a human, right?
Yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like, okay, if you see someone getting beaten up,
exactly,
are you just gonna walk away and like be like, it's fine, you know, him sorry, I don't know if I can say on this podcast, but you know, it's like one of those things where like we're all humans. If you feel no emotion towards someone else who's experiencing something bad or negative, that kind of makes you unhumane. Mm-hmm. At least to a certain extent, right? It's like we have emotions. If you don't feel empathetic towards someone else, whether it's a homeless person, I literally had this experience here. So at the time, I was walking from Poznania, going to my friend's house. She lives like next to the gas station, like at Ronda Tire.
Okay.
And there's this bus station, right? And this guy, he just came out of the bus. He was pretty drunk, and you could see like I thought he was homeless. Mm-hmm. And then he had like this. I think he had pulled his pant, like his one of the legs on his pants. Mm-hmm. I think it was like bloody and stuff. He had bandages on, and then but I didn't know he was like drunk until like I tried to help him. But he fell to the ground. I think I thought he was like dead because he like hit his head. People literally just kept on walking. They were walking past him, coming out of the bus, just like stepping over him. And I went to try to pick him up, and I had my headphones on. And then I remember people coming from behind. They're like, "Dude, leave him alone." Like I noticed they were speaking Polish, but like they were just like telling me to like move away. And I just like I slightly ignored them, and I tried to pick him up, and then. He like moved away, and then he fell again, and then I just noticed, okay, maybe just leave him to sit down and like, you know, recover. But I'm like, how do you actually treat people like this? Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, I'm just like too emotional about this stuff. But I'm like, I don't know, if you're not gonna do anything, don't judge the person at least, right?
Yeah. So at least I know how to do a chest compression, and I can save your life without talking
Unless if you're the one dying, you can't.
Yeah, that will be a problem.
But
No one gonna
You're
help.
not gonna know.
No one gonna help. No one gonna
You
help.
can call Joe. I'll be there. I don't know first aid, but I will wake you up.
Aw.
Don't worry.
When I was planning to invite you,
Mhm.
I promised to myself that I'm not going to talk about race.
No.
Because I know nothing.
No, it's
Give me
cool.
signals. Like, stop.
No.
That's
cut
good. That's
cut
good.
this shit. No, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. No.
Yes, I don't know.
No.
Like, people are different. Drop
No,
the
like,
mic and
yeah,
Joseph
I mean,
left the house.
I
Or
had to
how
like
is that?
pull it out and throw it out. Yeah.
But it's getting cold.
It's actually good.
I'm not
It's actually
happy.
good. I'm not. I used to just like not have my heater on. Like I'm actually having to switch it on nowadays, and like literally like 5 minutes after I switch it off, it's like freezing again. I'm just
Yes,
like
exactly.
I'm not really happy either.
And you were
I'm
wearing
just-
like really light shoes and light jacket there. But I don't know. Like,
Oh, no,
I don't know how.
I think for me it's more about comfort.
Okay.
I don't want to like, not even like I think there's like a saying like men have no weather because they always want to look good type of thing. I don't know if you guys have the same thing here.
No. And I
but it's
really
like
love it. What?
No, I
That's
have,
the saying?
I have, yeah, it's not a saying, but like it's a saying. Like men have no weather. So regardless of whether it's hot or cold, you're gonna put on like a suit and like a tie and like look the best you can look.
Wow, I never heard. I love it. Is it
Yeah.
like some American stuff? Is it like American thing?
Like I started like hearing it in Zimbabwe. I don't know. I guess it's like
okay.
British or like American because we're colonized by the British. So
Mm.
majority
So, yeah,
of like the
maybe
influences
British.
and stuff. I don't know. I guess.
Okay, British people are pretty good looking. I mean, fashionable people. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
That's
guess.
so cool.
Yeah.
So you are like this.
I'm very easygoing.
Like
I feel like I used to wear a lot of suits when I was a kid. I loved going to weddings just to put on a suit. And like going to church as well. Like it was always which suit am I gonna put on today? You know?
you have more than one. People,
Yeah, I had
men
one.
usually have one for wedding, funeral. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, because those
I
are
don't-
expensive, and men usually don't like to wear suits. It's
Just
uncomfortable.
one? It's pretty like it depends. Like if it's like fit to you, not just like the ones that they saw in like H&M or something. I don't know if they saw suits in H&M, but like you have to get a tailor-made suit, like so that it feels comfortable. Like the pants are just like fitting right to you, like the length of your leg. Oh my gosh, I need to stop. No,
So how many do you own?
I like right now I just have two. I don't. There's
Just
no need.
two.
No. Just two. There's no need for me to have more because
Okay.
I rarely wear them now. Like it's just like I sometimes wear like some of the blazers, but I don't know. I feel cozy in like Converse and like just
But
like
it's cold.
sweaters.
Converse
But
are cold.
I'm wearing socks. Not that I don't wear socks, but I'm wearing shoes in the
Oh,
summer.
okay.
I don't know. I feel warm enough. I think. You know, I actually used to sweat a lot. Like when, like the first 2 winters in Poland,
Mm-hmm.
I used to sweat a lot. Like I would easily hyperventilate. It felt like, because for me, I hyperventilate or I get hot easily when it's hot, and when it's cold. It's like
Okay.
I have like a minimum temperature that I have to stay within. Like there has to be between 18 degrees and like 22 degrees. That's my weather.
Too
Like,
demanding. Oh wow.
yeah.
Do you have a
But-
thermometer at your place?
No, I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm just
okay.
like,
Okay.
no, it's 23 degrees now.
I personally cannot stand the winter, so I have
But you're
a lot of layers on.
from.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot? Like you're from Russia. Like you should be
Of
used
course.
to this.
It's
I didn't want to be one of those people, so I had to pose the question.
we already passed that, but
Great.
yeah, I can address it to the bigger audience
Yeah.
that that's annoying, but I don't mind because I'm like, so why am I not in Russia? Maybe because I don't like to be there
Right.
because it's
Right.
cold. That's why
Makes
I
sense.
left.
Uh-huh.
And Polish winter is softer, like
Yeah.
way more softer and way more shorter. So during the year you have more sunny days
Uh-huh.
and like really like mild winter. So
Right.
I just have to like
It's like
brace
hold on.
myself
Yeah, exactly,
and
exactly.
just survive a couple more months.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Russia, it will be, I don't know, half a year. So
Okay.
it's until from summer, we're living from summer to summer. The rest of the
Yeah.
year is just one
Freezing.
big winter. Yeah, one big autumn. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not cool. That's why I am moving slowly towards
To the south. Great. I see.
Yeah.
South Africa is the destination. Or South America.
I don't know. Sell me South Africa. Is it like okay? You told me once the nature,
Yeah.
and I was like really pumped about it. Like
No, it's amazing. Like I won't lie. Like there's a lot of like bad shit that happens there and stuff. Like any other place. I mean, like gun violence.
Gun violence.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the worst. That's probably the worst thing because actually it was it was crazy. Like we're literally next to each other. South Africa is at the very bottom of Africa, and like Zimbabwe is like just above it. And it would be like two different worlds. Like they have like quite a lot of gun violence, but in Zimbabwe it's like they gave this comparison where truck drivers like who come say from the ports. They get like stuff that's been shipped from, I don't know, Asia. They need not a motorcade, but like a security car to escort them. But when they get to the border of South Africa and Zimbabwe, the truck driver just goes by himself, like through Zimbabwe, because it's fairly safe. It's much more safe much safer than South Africa. But yeah, I think it also has to do with like people not having opportunities, like things to actually use their time on, like productive stuff. So they just resort to gun violence, like hijacking, and that kind of stuff. But it's not everywhere, obviously. It's just like, it's like for me, like there's certain places that I avoid going to in Poland, in Poznan, because I know if I go there, I don't know, I'm going to be like beaten up or something. Yeah.
So you just have to know.
Yeah, just know the places to or not to go. Yeah. But it's like, especially like as traveling like in safaris and stuff, it's not really stuff to worry about. Seeing the city, it's always cool to have like a local like that you go with. I don't like going to a lot of places as a tourist. I feel like it's overrated.
Yep.
And, you just go to the famous places and you miss like the grandma who's like right next door is cooking some amazing food type of thing.
Yes. I also love solo traveling with no agencies or something. You just go, you lost, you experience, you live with like in the normal buildings.
Exactly.
When Airbnb came to our life, it blew my mind. So I can literally live in someone's place.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's very close to the reality.
Exactly.
I love it. And last year I was in Italy. I for the first time I brought my mom and sister, and we spent like a week in different cities. And I always rented some like nice Airbnb place just for them to feel how does it feel to live in Italy. Yeah. Not in a hotel. We didn't live in a hotel. That's amazing. Yeah.
And even like couchsurfing, I love that.
Did you try it? I tried it.
Yeah, like when I went to Norway with like one of my friends, we stayed with like this Norwegian dude. He's hosted like, I think now he has like at least 1,600 guests.
Wow.
That's crazy. Like we were like 1,400 and something. But it was really cool because like when we arrived, there was one girl who was already there. She was couch surfing as well. And she left. And just before we left, like two Turkish girls who were studying like Krakow, they were actually coming from Poland. They came. Like we had this like on our last evening, we had like this dinner and we like had like games night and stuff. It was really fun.
That's
it was really
cool.
fun. And it's like,
No, I wanted to say that I still have friends from couchsurfing time.
Yeah.
Because those people so open-hearted.
Exactly.
Like, they are so open towards you.
Yeah.
And you will share experiences and they want to hear from you.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I still have friends. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's
Sweet.
very cool.
Yeah, I think I've hosted more than I've been hosted. Yeah.
Okay.
I hosted like it was one guy from Croatia, one girl from Romania, and she gave me like one of those spoons. I don't know if you know the kind of spoon. I don't have it here, so it doesn't really help. It's like I don't know. It was just like a spoon engraved with the name of her city or something.
Okay. So it was just like a
Yeah,
souvenir.
like exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And then
That's so sweet.
a couple of Germans, like this one lady, she was cycling from Germany to, I can't remember the city in Poland. She was just like taking a breather. Like she quit, she was a teacher, she quit her work and she was like, I'm just gonna get some friends. It was in February actually this year. And then, yeah, I hosted her and another German and who else? Like from Ukraine. Yeah, it's like pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you're doing it here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
if you need to stay, like,
She just told me,
here's the
just
guy.
told me a creepy dude, like, or girl, just, but don't worry, like, I'm usually welcoming. I feel like I'm overly welcoming. There was this one time I had like one guest. They were a bit creepy, but it was like, it's too late because I really accepted them to come.
Okay.
So,
Tell me more.
I don't know, I can't remember. I think it was Georgian or Iranian. He had this weird vibe that was like, I don't really know, like, it was just weird, like his mannerisms. And he was just like, he was really into like, so what, I think he's like a partying dude. Like, he was like, so the girls, like, where are they? And I'm just like, dude, yo, relax, man, just go see the city, man. And then, he ended up just staying like one night because I told him like, dude, tomorrow I have to like host someone else. I actually had to host my friend. She was coming from Wrocław. So that was a good excuse.
So you're happy and you will keep doing it?
For sure.
No, that's...
But like, I don't know why recently they put like, so, like you have to pay for the application. I'm like, I think it's to do with coronavirus because they're not making money. I don't actually know how they make money because nobody pays for it.
Couchsurfing, yeah, me neither. I don't know how they earn things.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like they're trying to keep it running. But
okay, so is it like membership? Because I canceled for a long time ago. So you don't pay?
I don't pay for membership. Like even the verification thing, I never paid for it. It was just like, I just got more people staying in my place.
So how do you know Couchsurfing now is payable?
Because I got requests and I tried to log in, but I couldn't log in unless I had paid.
Oh, wow.
So it was like you had like either a once-off payment or like a monthly payment of like, I can't remember the amounts. It's like, I'm not going to pay for this. Like, I'm trying to like have people sleep in my place for free. Like I'm paying for them to stay in my place. That's like counterintuitive, no? So I just like, I left it. I think I should have just like put my Instagram and be like, you can catch me on Instagram instead. But it's too late now because I have to pay to actually like access my profile. It's fine.
And maybe they wouldn't allow you to put any links or something. I don't remember, like at some point they didn't allow to put phone numbers, something like that. Like you cannot share your phone number, like keep the conversation through the platform. Yeah, I do remember something like that, but it was a long time ago. So
yeah. Great.
But yeah, I also had great experiences. I think the greatest couchsurfing I had, all of them were great, but the best one, it was Como, Italy. Yeah. If you're watching, I loved it. It was not in a city center. It was way further from it. Yeah. And it was almost in a forest, and it was like a house. And the road to the house was like this. Yeah. I'm like, that's amazing. I felt so cool that I wanted to stay and live there. See. And for the few next years, I was with all my heart, like genuinely, I was looking for a flat to buy there and move to Como. I was so impressed, man. And the host was great, and he showed me around and he explained me all. I'm like, that's the place where I want to live. Yeah. But then I started to like say to people around, and they say like, you have like a good taste. It's like this is place for like Hollywood stars to have their summer houses.
Really?
And I'm like, okay.
You should just go for it.
I saw the prices. It's crazy, and I'm not gonna earn that much money probably. Right. But I had a dream for it. It's a little bit.
Okay.
So I would like to say thank you to Joseph for joining me. That was an amazing experience. And if you liked it, you could be my next guest. Just drop me a message. And until the next time, see you later, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.